Okay, last round against, wow, that's an opening. J Mitch. So he's got 0. I've actually seen this before, much to my eternal chagrin. It's probably a Herald deck. It sounds weird because it's either a Herald deck or a Yeti deck. And the reason why it's a Yeti deck, obviously, because he just played a Yeti. And this card's really bad. Like, it's one of the worst Yetis in print because it's so small and its ability is so minor. But, hear me out here. I've actually seen this where people play... I've seen this by one person. So I guess it's not like a widespread thing, but he like plays his Fire Fist Aranti in addition to Aranti Warlords in the Herald deck, and just like plays a bunch of Legion shards to like pump his Fire Fist Aranti to kill my creatures. It's kind of weird, but that said, if he doesn't have anything here, I'm just gonna like block it with a Shardblade Behemoth. Is that even that great? Probably. Like, I don't. This card is bad, but I don't want it to get out of control. And if you like double Legion shards it. I mean, if he just single Legion shards, that's more realistic. Then he does a lot of damage to my Behemoth, and then I deal some damage back, which is good enough. I mean, that was the other thing, but I'm not too worried about that since I still get to kill his Aranti that way. Then I deal 3 damage to my Behemoth, and then I kill it with Ironbeard. Sweet. Could kill it with Ironbeard. Doesn't actually matter. I'm trying to think. Ironbeard's not that great blocking the Patriarch because I just drew 2 golems, so I'm not gonna be, unless I draw the last golem. No, unless I draw the last golem on my deck, I'm not really gonna be doing anything with it. So I think it's better to actually play the. No, because yeah, it's better to just kill his Fire Fist Aranti and then play the Ironbeard anyway to shrink his Patriarch. Even though I block off my Aeronauts from really doing anything. Oh, I didn't draw the last Leyline Golem. How unlucky. Okay, so I'm still leaning towards he's playing just like a Herald deck with Fire Fist Aranti, which means he's playing the Herald deck where I get free win. I get like where he just like skips some cards, where he just like skips his turn, because Fire Fist Aranti doesn't actually do anything. That was a pretty underwhelming turn. I'm gonna play a Shardplate Behemoth with a Relic Scout on it, and then gauntlets his Aranti Warlord. This gives my Shardplate Behemoth 3 armor, bringing it down to a 10/10. I shouldn't have actually moved my Aeronaut there. That was bad. Because if he has golems, then he could have just like played some of them for free, and there's like no reason for you to move this Aeronaut because it's Shardplate Behemoth's unlikely to die. So that was actually a bad movement. Luckily, I didn't get punished, but that doesn't make it any less wrong. Kind of like when my opponent played the Broodfang. I knew it! This might actually be the guy. But yeah, it was kind of like when my opponent played the Aetherphage and then the Brood Queen. Like, come on, dude, just play the Broodfang first. It doesn't matter if I have Leyline Sentry. Your Brood Queen doesn't do anything if it's a Scourge Flame Sorcerer. I'm gonna kill this Seedling, because I'm pretty sure he just doesn't have Leyline Golems. They don't really have enough space for that. And I think I'm gonna play an Aeronaut in front of the Seedling and a Thundersword in front of the Herald. That way, if he kills the Thundersword with a Botanimate or anything like that, I still get to move the Aeronaut and deal damage to the Herald. I can actually gauntlets this Behemoth to make it 8 armor, like monstrosity, and deal a lot of damage to the Herald. Probably better to distribute that somewhat. I don't want to put it on the Thundersword because the Thundersword will never take damage, so it'll just be like a 0/24 with 5 armor. It'd be like the most aggressive Nexus core in life. I might could put it on the Thundersword that's in front of the Herald. doesn't actually kill my aeronaut. Another Fire Fist Aronti. Yeah, like... So... Here's what I'm thinking. I can kill this Herald with the gauntlets, 5 damage, plus any 1 armor. So that means I can put it on either Aeronaut, Behemoth, or this Ironbeard. I think Ironbeard is a better target than any of these 3 creatures, because they're all pretty good targets for, what's the card called? Dendrify, Botanimate, whatever. And I don't want to give, like, Ironbeard's only a level 1 creature. I don't want him to play, like, a Botanimate on an 8 armor Behemoth, because that's actually a pretty big deal. But this way I get to kill his Ironbeard, or rank up an Ironbeard. The Thundersword's kind of useless. Kill his level 2 Herald, and then his level 2 Herald will die on my turn unless he pumps his Aronti and then kills it with, like, the Aronti. And even so, level 1 Herald, when I have 4 creatures on board, is not that threatening at all. Because what is he going to do with it, really? He can't use HeraldBomb, it's only 3 damage. If he pumps it, I can block it with another creature, because it's actually pretty low right now. The real question is, why is he even bothering playing his Fire Fist Aronti? Like, what does it do here? It can deal 3 damage to my Aeronaut to break its armor. That also applies to Behemoth. Or it can deal 3 damage to Thundersword to kill my Herald, and that's not that great. Like, yeah, that's fine. You just spent an entire card to deal 3 damage. I think the play is to pump my creatures with Aeronaut, then play a Behemoth in front of the Herald. That forces him to put pressure on the Aeronaut and the Behemoth. But if he dendrifies Behemoth, I still have an Aeronaut. If he dendrifies the Aeronaut, his Herald dies. And I still have a large creature. So I botaminated the 1 creature, so now I still have the Aeronaut. And if he dendrifies that, then that means he didn't play any creatures that turn, so I'm just going to get ahead that way. I think the play actually might be to... Why not dendrify the thing that's giving everything 4 power? That seems a lot better than... Okay, so if I play Relic Scout and Thundersword, then Thundersword gives 5 power, which is not quite enough. I guess that means I need to play the Relic Hunter instead. I could play the Orient Justicar, that doesn't really do anything in this matchup. So it's better to play a Relic Hunter and then play Thundersword, because Thundersword is very difficult for them to kill. He's at 16, I'm at 76, and he's dead. Okay, sweet. This deck's actually pretty good against the Herald deck. It's not insane, because you can still lose if they're not playing garbage cards like Fire Fist Aronti. I believe I played in Herald in the first round, and that was actually kind of close. But when they just like play a bunch of bad cards like Fire Fist... Actually, he just played Fire Fist Aronti. But when he skips half his turn playing a card that only does 3 damage to one of my creatures, or devotes cards to pumping it, it's just not worth it. Like, play other cards, dude. But anyway, that's what, 4-0? That means I get a legendary. That's actually huge for a free-to-play run. Sweet. I'm not going to open it because I open all the packs at the end of the day, but maybe if you check out the website I link in out the comments in every video, this is like the first time I ever plug this, then you get to read about it, Yeah, anyway, thanks y'all for watching. Appreciate it a lot. Maybe, I have no idea what I'll play the next time, but I get to play. I have 2 tickets, so I get to play another constructed event. So, until then, later.